Welcome to the Order of Revan. This is a place for all things Star Wars where we can discuss theories, shows, movies, games, you name it. And at the end of the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel to show your support. When news of the High Republic dropped last year, I was excited to see Star Wars touch on a new era. If you can't tell by the name of this channel, I'm a fan of the Old Republic era in the extended universe, the works now dubbed Legends by Disney and Lucasfilm. While the High Republic doesn't quite take us as far back as that Old Republic era, I still find myself quite intrigued by what we'll get to learn about the years preceding the prequel trilogy. So what's my take on the High Republic so far? In short, give me more. The Charles Soule novel Light of the Jedi is really well written. The first two chapters in particular deliver a sense of urgency that helps set the tone for the chapters that follow, and even those chapters maintain urgency throughout. The pacing was incredibly well crafted, with the entire first part of the novel pertaining to the great disaster itself, in which a tragedy amidst hyperspace occurs and creates a potential catastrophe great enough to destroy billions of lives. It then falls to the Jedi to aid the people of the Hetzel system as they seek to evacuate their worlds before it's too late. And while many Jedi are aiding the people, other Jedi and citizens attempt to stop the catastrophe from occurring in the first place. What's amazing to me is that it became very easy to feel attached to various characters within such a short amount of text. Jedi, citizens of the Republic, crew members, it didn't matter the rank of the character or the number of paragraphs spent with them. Soule made sure you understood why they were important to those they cared about, and that was enough to ensure I felt connected to them, even though many of them would be very quickly killed off. My personal favorites so far have to be Master Loden Greatstorm and his Padawan Bel Zettifar. They single-handedly have the best personalities through Part 1, and it's really great to see a Jedi Master who truly appreciates life and what he is called to do, something I feel is portrayed best through his engagements with Bel. It's no doubt the Jedi are very strong in this era, but they are not invincible, and at least through Part 1, there seem to be no Mary Sue characters. Even Avar Kriss, who has a unique way of connecting Jedi across great distances, still had to develop her skills through nearly 3 decades of training. Several Jedi are even killed off while they attempt to prevent the great disaster, the exhaustion of their efforts being too much for their bodies to handle. These are all Jedi who have spent years and years mastering their skills, and the task before them still proved too much. I guess what I am getting at is that despite the character descriptions most of us are likely familiar with by now, there are no invincible, dumpster fire characters like Rey Palpatine, at least not yet. But perhaps the most beautiful thing about the Jedi of the High Republic is the way their Force connections are portrayed. One sees the Force as a song, another sees it as a dance with fire, and another sees it as a bottomless sea amidst a raging storm. No matter how the Force is depicted among these Jedi, it is very impactful to see the Force be given such depth, not merely something which can be bent to the will of the user, but instead something that is rooted deep within the very being of the user. The Force now feels personal, rather than something just to be used or abused. I wish that I felt this way about the first comic issue though. It truly did nothing to make me want the second issue, and while I will certainly get it, it's only because Light of the Jedi made me interested in knowing everything I can about this era. I didn't feel attached to the main characters, the Padawan Kiev and her master Skier, and even the brief appearance of Yoda didn't do much to make me excited. And worst of all, the blatant lack of understanding about how a lightsaber works did make me cringe quite a bit. But that's okay. I've read a lot of comics in my life, many good, many bad, and it's likely this one will need some time to find its identity. It's no secret the High Republic has been met with mixed results. Some feel it's the future of Star Wars, while others think it's SJW garbage. Is Project Luminous just an attempt to turn Star Wars into Soy Wars, in which diversity exists for the sake of diversity with no bearing on the plot itself? You could be forgiven for feeling hesitant to want to jump into this new era of Star Wars, if only because of the drama. When this project was announced, a bunch of fans spotted a dry erase board with the word diversity written on it, and they made an instant conscious decision to not want anything to do with the High Republic. I mean, the acknowledgement of the series' need for diversity must be due to an SJW agenda, right? Personally, I'm not a fan of things like race bending and gender bending. I want to see original characters being created who don't look like I do or think as I do. In all honesty, I think that's what most of the anti-woke crowd asks for out of diversity. But believe it or not, in neither Light of the Jedi nor the first comic issue is the diversity of the cast even acknowledged, let alone evidence of an agenda. We get white characters, black characters, and plenty of aliens, and at no point is this presented with an agenda. So really, the one thing we all want out of a diverse cast, we receive. Overall, I greatly enjoyed the kickoff to the High Republic. I see a lot of promising things to come within this era, and I am especially excited to continue reading Light of the Jedi. But honestly, part 1 of the novel was just too good, and I couldn't keep from sharing my enthusiasm with you all. So if you had any fears about this, that, or the other, I strongly encourage you to put them aside and to give the High Republic a fair chance. I do understand the reservations of many of you, but upon actually reading the material and not informing your decisions based on a dry erase board and 1 or 2 questionable authors, I feel most people's concerns will actually be abated. What do you think of the High Republic so far? Let me know your thoughts down below, and if you liked what you saw here, please consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel for more Star Wars content.